I gotta stay hydrated here, folks. It's one of those days. So welcome to Sunday Reflections. My dog is destroying a pig ear right now. She loves them. Yeah. Way to go, Charity. She stands on it with one foot and digs into it from the side and just yanks and pulls and oh man, then she chews on it. She'll break off a piece, set it off to the side. She'll come back for it later and just pretty cool to watch. So yep, here we are, hanging out on Sunday. What is it? June the 12th. Yeah, June the 12th. Sunday Reflections. Oh, I see one like. Yeah. Yes. My smart man spectacles on here. Yes. Yes. True American Loretta. Hey. What's up? Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Everything's blurry after I take those things off. But everything's so crisp and clean when I put them on. I don't know. It's a great time. Great time to be alive. Great time to grow old. I never thought I'd grow old. I really did. Klingon Princess. Hey, welcome. You know, I was supposed to die when I turned 30. I'm 48 now. So something happened. Something's wrong. But you know, I say that's what wisdom is, right? Wisdom wisdom comes from being stupid, doing stupid things, and surviving. Hey, be charming. And you know, that gives you a lot of wisdom, because you probably won't try to do that again. You're like, I'm good. I've done that once before. Or you continue to do it and you get better at it. See, that's another thing. Hey, be charming. Welcome. That's another thing about human existence and the human mind and human evolution. So I've been reflecting. Yes, indeed, I have. So as you can tell, and how mindfulness things can get. Auslanda. Morning. Oh, it's morning there in Australia. Camel Carl, hippie. Not kind of, yeah, sure, why not? Hippie, yeah, you could say I'm a hippie. You know, and that goes back to my heritage. You know, the Swedes, you know, they were known as, they're still to this day known as the fucking worldwide hippie. They go everywhere. You'll find them everywhere. Hanging out in the fucking jungle, you know, doing some DMT, running around the fucking jungle. You'll find these guys and girls, and that's what we do. We just go out and sit around and do shit, do crazy stuff. Ever been to Sweat Lodge? Man, Sweat Lodge is great times. A little hot, but you can get used to that. But yeah, Sweat Lodge is good times, man. And yeah, I was a Swedish descent in a fucking Native American powwow thing, just having a blast, and they're looking at me like, "You got Indian in you?" I'm like, "No, quite the contrary. No, I'm a Viking. You guys kicked us out when we came." Oh, so the guy, because they do get a little esoterical in there. I love the conversations, man. When you go to a powwow, love it. Just, I mean, you get out there, bro. You really get in tune with the universe and nature and all that. And of course, yeah, there's that. But the conversations you have, man, are just great. And he's like, "So we kicked you out, and now you're back. I don't know how to feel about that." And he passes me the peace pipe. Like, hey, I didn't think I'd be here either, but here we are. Hey, thank you very much, brother, Carol Ann Henderson. So next thing you know, he's feeding me freaking jalapenos, and we're drinking beer. He was in the Army, and I was a Marine. It's good time. some of the Aboriginals, Auslander. We got to hang out with some of the Aboriginals. Now, I have to say, the majority of the Aboriginals that you meet in town are not the nice kind. Okay, that kind of thing. They're pretty wild. But the ones you meet out in the bush, wearing a loincloth and got a spear and they got a Rolex watch on, you're like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, hey, I'm just having a good time. What are you doing? They're just like living off the land, getting high. Like, fuck, that's cool. I'm walking around the fucking place with all my clothes on, in a backpack, and here you are, come walking around in a leather speedo that you made yourself. A great laid back, relaxed, nothing like us freaks from suburbia. Yeah, it is. I mean, so you get to meet all different kinds, you know. Uh, and one of my good friends had a great time, and he met his wife in Australia. She was a Aboriginal and white mix, so she was absolutely beautiful, but absolutely fiery, which was fine, just fine for my Alabama friend. And they fell in love, and they've had a great life together, full of adventure, full of excitement. I have stories. Me and him found a sword in Okinawa, and he mailed it back. A gun-to hilt sword that led him on a journey. He's like, oh fuck, hell yeah! We found it right outside the barracks in Okinawa on Camp Schwab. He tripped over it. It was on a trail going through the wood, through the jungle, going to the NCO club. He runs up. We used to run it all the time at night, and he trips over it. This root sticking up out of the ground, and like, holy shit! Busts his ass. It was funny as hell. He looks back, and no shit, a fucking sword handle was sticking out of the ground. We dug it up. He shipped it back. He got in contact. He got like expert, cleaned it all up. Got in contact with the family in Japan, and did a whole fucking ceremony with the Japanese family for bringing back this family heirloom. It was amazing, just absolutely amazing. If you know anything about the Guntu swords and the Japanese way, is that they keep a sword for generations. It sits on the wall. This thing was made it was made 400, 500 years ago. And it was the family heirloom, and they gave it to their son. It had been in countless battles and wars. So I think it goes back to the Nobunaga clan, with the black samurai, that guy. But it goes all the way back to that period. And so he brings this back, him and his wife. And it's truly amazing. The family, they do this thing. They can't pay him. But what they did is everybody like donated and bought him places to go and things, for that place that were his. He lived in a mansion. Him and his wife, they had kids. They sold the mansion, got a fucking bar bungalow somewhere in Key West that they've been running to this day. It's amazing. An amazing story. And all this came from a freaking, trip on the freaking... But yeah, me and him were hanging out with the Aboriginals, smoking pot and, talking about the stars. So, stars, radios, and cats. And my buddy Tolbert, hey, talk like me about good, you kind of motherfucker. I mean, little 18-year-old guy, 19, 20, I don't know. That's how old we were. That's how he talks. Wherever we went, in whatever country we went, that's how he talked, and it was a great time though. Oh man, you guys got me down another road here, but it kind of leads to what I want to talk about, and what I've been reflecting on: the mindfulness, the evolution of us, what we're facing, or what we're not facing. I was reflecting somehow on Greece. uh, wow, that's really cool. Camel Carl, yeah. This guy presented it to the family, and they had this massive ceremony, and they put the family, other families were involved. It was amazing, all the correct bowings and all the correct things and were done and said, per their tradition, of bringing back a son that had fallen in battle, bringing back his sword that was given to him by his father, but that was so on and so forth. It's one of those things, man. It still grabs me to this day, to think about that story. But I went to Greece. And went to Corfu, and some other places. We did a lot of running around on the land of Greece. That was crazy. But I do remember the Spartans, man. Cannabis, hey, the Spartans, the Battle of Thermopylae, the Greek, and I looking at the history, long and winding road. They were literally having a huge civil war. Everybody was fighting each other, literally fighting. And the Spartans were kind of like, oh, don't fuck with us or we'll fuck you up. And so they kind of stayed out of it. Out of this whole infighting with the Athenians and the Thespians and the Phoebans and the whatever, how many ever fucking clans there were in the Greek weirdness, but they were all fighting each other. And Athens is trying to be the capital. Hey, we're in charge over here. Calm the fuck down. Stop fighting. But lo and behold, the Persians come. Whoa. And they fuck shit up. And the Greeks, they accidentally killed somebody they shouldn't have killed. Darius, the son of Xerxes, King Xerxes of the Persians. And Darius was mad because he had never conquered. His title was the king of everything. I mean, how pretentious is that? Chris McGrath, hey. Yeah, they do make beautiful rugs. That's how pretentious he was. And so Xerxes is this is mine now, and I am king of everything. Oh, shit. And Darius, Xerxes' dad, had one last dying wish, is that you go over there and you kick the fucking Greeks' ass. You take them over, you subjugate them, you burn them to death. Rape, pillage, and plunder, destroy everything. Wipe them off the face of the earth. So that was his dying wish, and Xerxes was compelled to do what he did because of that. It's all Greek to me. What's up? What's up, man? PAEMT. Yeah, but very similar. A lot of microcosms, right? A lot of connections there, especially now. And so when Xerxes showed up with 300,000, actually it was reported that he had a 1,000,000-man army. Of course, they were long and drawn out and it's like a big, huge accordion trying to get this monstrosity of an army together. But it turns out it was like 300,000, maybe 500,000, 300,000 troops being conservative. And they all come from the lands that he had conquered. He had elephants. Yeah, just like the movie. The movie 300 was very, very historically accurate. But even down to the lines, okay, we'll fight in the shade, or come and take it, oh my bell. So this was an amazing, galvanizing thing. Everybody were like, oh shit, well, we want to fight each other, we want to have this civil war, and now we're going to have these religious ceremonies. It's basically like it's like Christmas and New Year's Eve and 4th of July all wrapped up into like 6 months of party and doing drugs and eating and fucking each other. That was their, the Greeks, party like a Greek star. But the Spartans were asked, the Athenians said, hey, you guys are the badass bunch. You've killed many of the Persians already. Matter of fact, that's where we get the marathon. There was a guy that ran from the coast to Athena for 26 point something miles and gave the message, hey, the Persians are here, and then died. So the marathon has been the standard for how many years? How many people still die running this damn thing? But New York Marathon, I mean, it's hell of an event. The Olympics were going on. Yes, the Greek Olympics were going on. So not only that, we're having a big old civil war and everybody's fighting everybody. Balkanization of the states, and they're fighting each other. So Spartan is like, okay, fine. Okay. King Xerxes, he was 60-something years old. Or no, I'm sorry, King Leonidas of the Spartan clan was 60 years old. The king. He's like, okay, let's go. I don't want to get involved, but yeah, that kind of sucks because that's going to change life for all of us. So yeah, let's go. And he said, well, if I go, I got to go see the oracle. And the oracle says, hey, either you die or everybody or all of Greece dies, basically. And so, the oracle would defy that bullshit. But, so wavering, savory tots high on methane or whatever fucking fumes they're smoking over there. Just tripping balls. But he gets this. And he's like, well, yeah, it is true, though. I mean, it is right. Catch NHG's premiere after reflections. Hey, right on, Joe. There you go. Hashish. Yeah, all that stuff. So throw it all in the pot. All in the incense burner. Let's burn it. Yeah, see what happens. So he goes off. He says, all right, I got to go. Who wants to go with me? We're not coming back. We're not coming back. So whoever comes with me is not coming back. And so 300 people were like, okay, let's go. And they were kind of picked too, because they knew that some had to stay home. The strongest had to stay home, and the oldest that were not really in. They split it up. They did. They split it up. It's like, okay, look, at the home team, the oldest and the strongest, we got to have a nice balance, and then we got a nice balance over here. But old men that were actually dying already knew they were dying. Went with King Leonidas, along with it, some young strong bucks too, so that were able to go. They wasn't needed back home, because that's what they were fighting for, was their home. So they sent 300, and then after along the way, nobody wanted to go with them. They had to ask all the other. They went around and asked all the other clans, the Theebans and everybody. And they all sent somebody. So tell you the truth, it was 7,300 that faced off at 300,000. Still insurmountable odds. John H. Hey, there's Jenny. Thumb smashy. Boom, boom. Amazing. Can you imagine that? He convinced, with the help of Athens. Athens was trying to help everybody all the time. They're trying to be big mother, big mother hen, calm down, children, come on. But yeah, once they were like, hey, we're all going to die if we don't stop fighting each other. Independent men are united. Hey, then we can go back to fighting each other. Scale to thee. What's up? And so that's what they did. And so some 7,000 to buy everybody time, because they're still fighting. They were still fighting. Hey, book club. Aloha. Aloha. Yes, aloha. Yes. And so they got all these people together, and they went down there knowing that they wasn't going to come back. That's it. And we have to stop them. We have to give time. There was another issue too. There was another thing. Well, while King Leonidas and his group were going up to the Hell's Gate, what they called it, Hell's Gate, because it was hellish. Very ragged, rocky cliffs. There was steam, lava would flow from times. The hot gates, yeah, they call it the hot gates. Hot gates, where 300 people would easily hold off everybody. So, but there was another group on the sea that went around through the sea in a naval campaign and destroyed a lot of the I'm talking 300,000 to 500,000 people with boats, with food, with everything. That's an army. And so they had a lot of ships, and they had some naval ships that they were going to use to get a bulkhead, beachhead, and but the Greeks went out to meet them and destroyed and pushed away most of their fleet, scattered most of their fleet into the ocean, into the Mediterranean, and that saved a lot. That destroyed a lot. So 300,000, 250,000, 100,000. The those straits, King Leonidas destroyed, like they're estimating 20 to 30,000 Persians died by his spear. Wow. Just unbeatable. And yes, they finally found a freaking way to outflank them, and boom, they were now surrounded. And the story is that the Thespians were up there to guard it, and the chances are they were slaughtered to the last man because they sent the Immortals after them. Although the Immortals had faced the Spartans and died to the last man, the Thespians were not that Spartan-y. So, they probably died to their last man by the Immortals. And that's when they came in. King Leonidas was wounded in the fray. Anti-T brought back. They died. They told a lot of their folks. They said, "Hey, we're about to be flanked. Leave now and live and tell our story. Tell everybody. Tell everyone to get fucking ready. Here they come. That's your job, And they were picked, just like the guy. Oh, going, I'm missing out. Yeah, get out of here, go. You need to go, and you need to tell them what's going on. Get them ready, and yeah. So that guy went back to Spartan and brought back the Spartan army that destroyed and crushed. By the time that Persian, they never did take Greece. They almost died to the last man. They were like, "Fuck, we got to get the hell out of here." King Xerxes hauled ass. Yeah, the hunchback was freaky, but I mean, and to this day you can go there, and there's a freaking statue of a lion that symbolizes King Leonidas. This is the Greek, man. This is the Greek heritage. It goes back thousands of years, thousands. We learned this stuff in high school and college. Movies have been made about it. Comic books. Books upon books upon books have been written about this. From every genre, it's been studied from every military tactical, group that you could possibly imagine. It's amazing. We have the same thing here. We do. We very, very similar. Very, very similar. We have our war heroes that fought in many conflicts here on this soil. And then when we gathered and united ourselves, we went overseas and started kicking some butt. Yeah, rainbows and unicorns. Golden apples, and that kind of shit. But we have so many tales of people rising up to the occasion and stopping this tyrannical demonic hand that sweeps across their nation and across their land, and that hand is cut off by the axes of the people. That's what history has taught them. Yes, Molan Labe. That's right. Come and take it. That was done when finally King Xerxes was like, hey, why don't y'all just give up? And here, I'm going to send my guy. And he's like, yeah, come and take it. And the guy's like, please surrender your arms, put down your weapons, and go willingly. Points the spear and says, come and take it. Come on. Yeah. And of course, our arrows will blot out the sun. He's like, great, we'll fight in the shade. That's who they're dealing with. That's the kind of, we have that same mentality here, don't we? Uh, we do. That seems to be that type of humor is seems to be everywhere in that group of people throughout history. The warrior class, you can call them, the just the human, the shop owner that said, "That's enough. Where's my pitchfork?" uh, yeah, it's called, yeah, Auslander. It's called the loon. Don't drop anything in there. You'll never get it back. Nor would you want to. And literally, it's a hole in the ground with maybe a pair of footprints, in between two footprints. That's what you get. This is Sparta! I don't know. I don't know where there was an endless pit like that. That would be pretty neat. But, I know the city of Troy was built at least 9 times over. Interesting. So, that's what I've been just kind of reflecting on this day is we're a lot like Greece during that time. And yes, metaphorically, metaphorically speaking, we're a lot like that time in Greece's history. So it's nothing new to us. We had a great run. We had a great run of convenience and little to no conflict. And, we were able to live our lives and grow our 401ks and make our house payments and things like that. And well, gosh darn it, let's have a war. Let's just throw a war in there just to make it fun. I mean, that's kind of how the universe works, I guess. Like, okay, all right, you seem to be doing rather well right now. A little fat, dumb, and happy. Let's have a war. See how you do. It's like somebody is actually playing a game. It's possibly like a simunition game, like The Sims or something. And here we are. And so like, okay, war, pestilence. What else can we throw in here? How about some meteorites, UFOs? Maybe that's an option. Yeah. That would be great. An alien invasion. I don't know. That's how it seems to be. I'm a win-win. Gosh darn it, take cover. So it's got to be a fun time for us. If we're not having fun, because I mean, yeah, good times are good times. You get to prop your feet up and drink a nice drink with a freaking umbrella in it, catch a sunburn, that kind of thing. It's always nice. It's always fun. Always good times, but it's got to have some kind of reason to keep all of that. Control Alt Delete right before you die in the game. Yeah, that's right. Resets everything. See, we know how to achieve that. Having a marshmallow. The marshmallow, man. I had to get a marshmallow. Good times. And you know what goes along with war is disease, starvation, famine. That kind of thing. That's hellish. Yeah, it's bad, but it's navigatable. We can still navigate it as our ancestors did. So nothing new there. It's nothing new. Could a lot of people die? Well, yeah, that's what a war is about. People die, but people are born all the time. There's more people being born than there is dying. So there's got to be a happy medium, like a revolving door. You go in, you go out. You go in, you go out. So, 9, what, 8? No, we're looking at 9 very, very soon. But we're like, what, 7 billion on this planet? So, yeah, we're going to have some issues. We're going to have some issues. But a lot of people are actually doing well. And we are one of them. Are we looking down the barrel of the gun of war? Yeah, absolutely. It's a very strong possibility. Very strong possibility. But there's also the possibility that nothing will happen. That we will somehow skirt it by. It will just skirt us by a little bit. That's a strong possibility. Either through defiance or non-compliance or something of that nature. They get the message across. Oh yeah, by the way, tomorrow is the official date of constitutional carry here in the state of Ohio. And a lot of people have been doing that. So, even with this crazy thing that crazy gun laws are going to pass, they're going to legislate our safety, and the safety of our kids. Thank you so much. Thank you, big brother. Yeah, so wise. But all the other cities and states, and, we're going to be constitutional carry and open carry, and, so that why that happens is so we can up our security and indeed continue with our way of life until the invasion comes. That's going to come. Some would say it's starting to come now, but they always trickle in before the invasion too. So I think there's a joke, right? Where's Jean-Marie? The French have been invaded so many times. They have this nonchalant attitude, like, fuck, we're getting invaded again? Who's this? Who is it this time? This is the Germans. Is it, damn British, and what the fuck? So there's nothing new. And it's more like what we're facing is not really that violent. Yeah, it could be. It could be very, very violent, like Greece. Millions died, by the way. Poland, battlefield of Europe. Yeah. There's places like this all over the land, scarred by battle, death. That's cities have been burned and razed to the ground, and afterwards we went through the rubble and built a house out of the rubble. A man who finds himself in the battlefield and has no prepared has already lost. That's right, Sun Tzu. That's right. Yeah, I got his Bible right over here. We now know war. We know how war works. Yeah. Right. Brother Rooster. Yep. Even in our spare time, we play little fucking war games. Because we're bored. But we got to continue to train. Our ancestors are saying, hey, let's do some training here. Let's do some strategic bullshit here. Come on. Get to work. Let's go. Let's work the problem. And so we got to do that. And that's why we play war games. That's why we play chess, Hanafital, checkers, countless PC games and mobile games and PlayStations and Xboxes, and you go online on your computer and play any fucking game you want, against thousands of people at once. It's crazy. Guardsmen throwing darts, Fucking nailed that one. Little bank shot, but I did it. That's what we do. We're bored. We need a war. We are. We're bored. We've done the things. Got my 401k. I've paid off my house. We've done that countless times over. And so, yeah, somebody's going to pick a fight with us. They always do. Why? You're just sitting around minding your own business, living a good, free life, having freedom, and somebody comes around fucking around. Hey, you're having too much fun. We're going to put a stop to that. And they do. They try. They do what they can. Yeah, and you see what they have to do. They have to throw 300,000 people, men, able-bodied, trained veteran killers with more weapons and catapults and arrows and elephants and all kinds of craziness. And here you are with just your axe, just you and 300 others. Like, fuck, here we go again. Let's get to work. Damn. All right. I mean, it's always been the way. It's always been the way. With every conflict that we go through like this is a test. This is a test of humanity. This is only a test. Have this been a real event? No, this is the real event. This is the real event. We're getting a test, and we're going to be tested, and we have to pass or fail. But even if we fail, we still learn. And then next time we pass a little bit more. It's a big, big test, that we go through. Yeah. Oh man, the destruction of civilizations. Some of them just left. They're like, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this anymore. You guys are crazy. You're taxing me over some bread that I make. You're taxing me on it. This. I'm talking historically. Pompeii. We know about this from Pompeii. You're taxing me on bread that I make. I'm out of here. I'm going to live in the woods and grow fucking olive oil. I'm gonna make some olive oil. See, back in the day, you could just go wherever you want. You go out in the wilderness, make a living, homesteading for free. People did it all the time. They had mansions and grottos and castles and all kinds of shit built. Huge tracts of land. Have to throw Monty Python in there. Huge tracts of land. Live great and retire and make butter, make cheese, smoke pot, drink beer, raise animals and chickens and do some bartering, meet some friends, play some bocce ball, drink some ouzo, and then die in your sleep with a big old smile on your face. Not in war. You could always do that. You still can, I guess. Butter over cheese. Butter over. Butter over. Cheers. Okay. Help. I'm being repressed. Come see the violence inherited in the system. Shoot cows and then fetch the mush. Run away. Yeah, great movie. Definitely. We're facing that. We're facing this tyrannical regime once again that goes marching through the land, taking over everything, sometimes easily, because people are just letting it. It's like, okay, fine, do what you want to do. Can you just leave me alone while I go home and take a nap and smoke some weed and eat some cheese and play on my video games? Can I do that? Okay, yes, great. You have been granted. Great, thank you. That's all I want to do. Can I continue to work? We get a little simple-minded as a population. We get very, very. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I have to. This is my reason to live. For existence is go to work every day. It has to be done. You can always just walk away. And there's many stories and channels of it where people are just like, fuck this, man. Take this goddamn suit and tie off. I'm going to the woods. Fuck all y'all. They have great lives. Nothing bothers them. There's places in the Crane. We cry a shrubbery. There's places in the Crane They've been at battle. They've been at war for literally in a state of war with for like 60 years. It's just so it's all a regular day for them. They carry on. They just like fuck, man. That's part of their news in the morning when they're going to work. You catch that commute. You get your commute news. Yeah, we're getting a rocket attack from the east. Watch out for exit 24. There's a wreck. Have a great day. It's 72 degrees. Clear, clear skies. Oh, this just in. We have a strafing run. I mean, it's and they just carry on like it's okay. It's a fucking war. Well, I got to get to work. I don't care. Consider the violence inherited in the system. I'm your king. No, you're not. I didn't vote for you. Oh man, I would like to see that kind of government. These guys, yes, the anonymous Antonomous Collective that was a leader is elected bilaterally or bi-weekly. I don't know. I'd like to see how that works. Yeah, yeah. Monty Python. They taught us a lot, didn't they? I learned how to fight by the Three Stooges. Right on, Rooster. Hey, we're you're welcome to be here. I mean, we're happy to have you now. So I mean, it doesn't matter. No need to apologize for anything. You live your life. She turned me into a newt. What? I got better. The Turtle Wranglers here. So yeah, we're just glad to have you, Rooster. Whenever you're here, it's okay. If you're not here, that's okay. We got lives. Don't dedicate your lives to me, please. I'm just some weird talking head over here. That's all I am. Live your lives. Reflect. And that's what we do anyway, right? We live our lives, reflect, we make videos of it. Thank you, Shad, my brother. Thank you, Brother Rooster. Do you know Black Adder? No. The name right now at this point in time does not strike a chord with me, but please feel free to expound. Tony Lee. Maybe I will go there. My mind jumps. It flies all over, especially if I look at chat. Yeah. Metal for Breakfast has a. Apparently yeah. Would you call yourself the Turtle Whisperer? He's the Turtle Whisperer. Yeah, he grew a garden and apparently, unbeknownst to him, he started a fucking turtle breeding area. So. Okay. Historical British. Black Adder. Black Adder is the Rowan Atkinson jam. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I grew up with what was his name? Yeah, Rowan Atkinson. He was actually really funny, even though he's known for not speaking, but some of his speaking things are really good. Damn. I mean, how's that for a reflection? Average of 35 wars active throughout my entire life on this planet. Camel Carl. Active. Yeah, I went to one. I went to a civil war in Africa. And that was just one of many. They just kind of swept through the land. Generals gathered in the masses. Just like witches in black masses. Oh, now. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah, that's what we do, man. So, war is war. I mean, war is part of our human condition on this planet. It's always going to be that way for quite some time. Just like witches at Black Mass. Thank you. Yeah. That big snapper, yeah. War never changes. Yeah. When the working man is worthless, the system will collapse. Therefore, it behooves us to the effort of aid to our allies that we commence may continue to enrich the American people. Roosevelt. See, we had that farty towels. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. You took me off topic there. We've had so many. In the beginning, in Roosevelt's time, Roosevelt how many wars did he go in? He was in 3, right? Himself, like flying around. He's what, the Rough Riders, right? He's running around with a freaking cavalry unit with a sword. What? Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerers of death's construction. And some groups just fight just to fight. India has been fighting everybody. Burma, Thailand, China. They've been fighting everybody. Viet Cong. I mean, if you know anything about the other Asian nations, the amount of history of war is crazy. It's crazy. Shot center mass, and he gave a speech afterward. Who was this? Who did that? Oh yeah, okay. Roosevelt. I mean, it's crazy. I remember hearing about, he had a workout that he required his family to do. He had a big family, and they had to follow him in the woods. And the rule was over, under, around, or through. That was the rule. But you had to do over, under, around, or through to get through an obstacle. And he used to take him through obstacles all the time in the woods, climb mountains, and to the point where they were just fucking badass. They would crawl the earth. War's a great hobby, eh? Yeah, I guess. Not really. Just seems to be a necessity right now. We're evolving out of it. I think we are. We're having a lot less wars than we used to have. Hey, Persian army, Spartans, that kind of thing. World War II, World War I, war to end all wars. Shad has the best hair on YouTube. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Northern Girl Hobbies. No, actually, you do. On rare occasions, I've seen your hair. I noticed that you keep it up a lot, and I understand that, but you got some beautiful hair. I really do. I've seen it. I've seen it. Do not deny your beautiful hairness. But we have our history too in war. Chinook. We come from hardy stock. We do. We just don't want to admit that we have to go to war. It's kind of like, fuck. Got to go to war now? Can I at least have a hot pocket first? I mean, can I at least pay? Can I have a beer? Can I at least pay my kids' tuition off first? Can I get them off to college? Then we'll have this war for humanity. God, really? This is gonna really. You're like, I don't know, Rooster. I've never seen your hair. S'mores. I really got to go to war. Come on. I almost paid off my truck. Man, I was going to take my 401k and I was going to go to the Bahamas and drink a bunch of rum. Young people are not ready for war. We all are. Nobody's ready for war. The only people ready for war are the ones doing war right now. And it's kind of like, fuck, all right, fine. Trick question. Roosters have feathers. Oh, thank you for the save. I'm taking my axe. Let's go. Fuck. That's true. That's true. This morning's chicken saddles. Can anyone help me out? Oh my god. Chicken saddles. Oh, that's amazing. I would say random JL. CJ, 1975. Hey. I only say that because she did the chicken feet thing and she got little artsy craftsy there. Chicken saddles. That's amazing. That's going to be great. I love it. I love it, Jenny. Can't wait for that. But you know, there's folks that navigate wars and go through their life. Everybody's on my ass. Chad, it's a sex thing, the saddles. Oh God. Not for chickens? What? You're blowing my mind right here. What do you mean? What do you mean, Auntie T? Are you serious? They make sex saddles for chickens? What? To force them to breed? Don't talk to me like that, because that's where I'm going to go. I'm like, what? Kinky chickens. I don't know. Will they taste better? Is that right? Is that right, Nunya? This is the thing. You're not fucking with me. I've never heard of anything like this. I'm serious. You're blowing my fucking mind right here. You are blowing my mind. Chickens have to have sex saddles, so the rooster don't savage the hen's back. Chinook. Oh, that makes sense. You see a lot of because they peck the neck, right? They peck all the fur, the feathers off the neck, and kinky chicken. Sounds like a dance in the 90s. Oh my god. Wow. S. Moore needs 40 saddles sewn. Wow. Face diapers work put over wings. See, we're learning so much. Here I am thinking you guys are being weird and fucking with me, and this is a real thing. Learn something new every day. Claws and pecking. That makes sense. It makes sense. They get a little brutal there when they're having sex, huh? Damn. Gotta go. Stay safe. God bless. Thank you very much, Auslander, for stopping by and hanging out with us. Sunday Reflections. I want more marshmallows. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know, Joe. It could work. Look at this. We're making sex saddles. It's amazing. Yeah, run, True American Letter, unless you've got sex saddles for chickens. Amazing. Oh, man. Turn on this air. Oh. I was just looking at that. You can see it better now. Look at this thing. 5.56 burn. Anti-sex saddles. Okay. A chastity belt for chickens. No, you can't hit the dartboard. It blew my mind too, Blaine. Yeah. Good luck with that, man. See, it's that kind of test. It's that kind of test that we're going through. You're trying to throw your darts, and all these distractions are coming at you, and you still are trying to throw your darts. Boom, boom. Requires class 3 machining, needle size of nails. Damn. Sounds like a heavy-duty thing. Yes, I am going to look that up later on before I go to bed, which should be here pretty soon. Yes, it is 8 o'clock. Yep. Time to start my week again. Get back to the grind. Work, work, work. Work, sleep, repeat. Work, sleep, repeat. Right? That's it. Camel Carl. Right? So when it happens, when the invasion comes and when the bombs start to drop and everybody's rioting and looting, I'm going to be at work. putting in some overtime, adding to my 401k, because my job, a lot of roofs are going to be destroyed and they're going to need my product. So I'm going to be working a lot. My place is not going to be a target. Work, sleep, eat, YouTube. Oh, everybody's dropping some boom bombs here. All right, I'll have to check that out later. All right. Oh, you guys still talking about chicken sex? Okay, chicken sex saddles. Great. Which is a thing. Who knew? Yeah, it's supposed to be hot this week. In the 90s here in Cleveland. So that's going to be about 150 degrees at my job. It's just the way it is. It's great in the wintertime. Magic. Denim fabric. I don't know. Look at that. Frozen water bottles in front of the fan. 103 today. Heat index 112 in Texas. Man, yeah, it's hot. Yeah, you know we got some heat in South Carolina. Woo, man. Chicken jeans. I love it. That's great. Yeah, this whole week has been just beautiful. 72, 68. 73, 80 one day, but just beautiful. So yeah, we got to bake a little bit. You know, that's part of it. It's part of summer. It's part of June. You know, it's expected. I'll accept it. Fine. And then we'll get 6 months to 8 months of snow and ice. And then I'll be okay with that. Wizard! Thought I'd bring my drunk ass over and show Mad Shad some wow. Thank you, Wizard. We all know that Wizard is up there hovering around Top Chat, making sure everything's good to go. Area all secured. We know this. Thank you, Wizard. Thank you. 109 index. Yeah. Things change all the time. We deal with it. It's part of the season. We have 4 seasons. Sometimes. There was a couple years where there were no seasons. And in certain places, there are no seasons. It's hot, cold, light, dark. 6 months, 6 months. Fuck. And you see how things progress and evolve and take advantage of that time. It's no different than what we're facing here. Hard to cool the bar. Ouch. Good luck to you, Nunya. Yeah. We figure it out. We figure that shit out. Because we get to do what we want. We do. We have total freedom. You can't just take that away. expect us to just comply. That's stupid. No, we're not. No. My bad, drunk thumbs. So whatever comes our way, we're going to deal with it. Doesn't matter what it is. And if we got to deal with it violently, then fine. We'll deal with it violently. We don't have to, though. But we probably will. Because they'll probably take us to that point. You know, that's the thing. We don't want to be violent. Nobody wants to be violent. Unless there's risk and reward kind of thing going on. Going up to meet James, top 28-year veteran marching across Canada tomorrow. Mad Shad. Cool, I'll check that out. Oh, yeah. Nothing new under the sun. To every time that it's happened, you've seen what the Greeks did. You've seen what the Greeks did. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have guns. They didn't have any of that shit. They just had the will, the drive, the intention. They didn't want to fight the Persians. They didn't go and pick a fight with the Persians. The Persians came to them. Said, hey, we're going to invade you now. And you're going to be one of ours. Chad Shaman. The Greeks were like, no, we're pretty good right here. Thanks. Yeah, we live a good life here in Greece. I mean, think about it. It is paradise. Absolute paradise. The fishing in Greece is legendary. Groupers the size of buses. Amazing. Amazing food, amazing people. Land of milk and honey. Shamanatics, shamanics do draw. Yeah. And they still continued and carried on. Now everybody wants to. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing how war is being contagious. You see Syria, you see Israel. Everybody's fighting. Everybody wants to fight. Turkey, Kurds in the way. I'm waiting on somebody to pick a fight with like two small like banana republics or something. The Conch Republic takes on the Ruby Ridge or something. I don't know. The hippies of Rock City. Yeah. Rock City takes on the Conch Republic. Thank you very much, Jenny. Take care of yourself. Yes, indeed, I will. She is currently napping hard after her treat. We've had a good day. We did some running around. It's been a good day. We worked out and we relaxed and ate good. So that's what we did. Sunday reflection. Tennessee Tactical, yes. So nothing much has changed, really. Nothing much has changed. This whole time. Thousands of years, nothing. We try to exist. We try to exist in peace, in comfort. All 6 snapping turtles on them. Metal's got an army of turtles. I see your plan here, Metal. That's very smart. You'll have your perimeter of snapping turtles around your house. That's brilliant. That's fucking brilliant. Train snapping turtles. You can get like a turtle launcher and launch them at people. And snap, 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 snap. Flying through the air. Brutal. See, we can weaponize anything. Defensibility rules. Peace through strength. That's what we found out. You will have peace through strength. If I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker on the mountain, nobody's going to fuck with me, and I'm going to live in relative peace and harmony. Harvest Mary Moon, hey, welcome. Right, Esmore? Turtle launcher, turtle catapults. And that's how the United States was for a long time. A long time. A lot of Russia enjoyed that. China has enjoyed that. A lot. India has enjoyed that. That's what we all fight for. Japan. We all enjoy that time of peace. That time of prosperity and learning. We learn. We have all this free time on our hands. So we learn things. We invent things. yet we still had that one eye to the horizon. Is something going to come over that horizon now? Again? I'm over here trying to develop the theory of relativity here. You know, India, they had times where they were literally counting the stars and their movement and progression across the sky with extreme accuracy, with nothing but just architectural made stuff. You know, they didn't have it. They didn't. You know, they had candles. That's all the electricity they had. Electricity wasn't even thought about. They were studying the sky, which a lot of people did. The Mayans, the Incas, everybody. But a war would come along and stop all that. Put an end to that. And like, okay, well, that guy and all his followers had to go off to the war, where they had to stop what they're doing and haul ass for their safety, you know. So that gets interrupted. India. They had 1,000-year wars, 500-year wars. That's just the way it is. But we don't have to be a part of the war. No, we don't have to be in the war. The war is going to affect us, yes, no doubt. We don't have to be in it. Especially if you can't. If you don't have to, don't. This is a different kind of warfare. It's 5th generational. There's no lines. There's not two groups that are going to meet on the battlefield and go at it. It's not going to happen that way. It might. A skirmish here and there. Catch him unawares. I have studied a lot of Confederate, you know, the Confederate generals and their tactics, and the Union generals and their tactics and their sayings. You know, get there the firstest with the mostest. William Tecumseh Sherman. You know, we've had wars. We know how to deal with them. We don't know how to deal with this one. This is a 5th generational thing. What? Man. Badass, Camel Carl. Alright, what's that look like? I mean, that's a good point there, you know, Majik. Uprise. Have an uprising. Okay, well, what are you going to uprise against? Really? Fight like hell when it's at your front door. I say don't go looking for it. Right, but it's coming. We're being invaded. It's going to happen. Do we continue to fight amongst ourselves like the Greeks and send our 300 badass fucking Spartans to meet them? Which I think we already did. Jan 6, right? J6, yeah. As a show of force. We do that all the time. Show of force, you know, you've seen them. The Oath Keepers, the 1%ers, and Proud Boys, and other groups, militias as well, you know. But some grassroots, there's some badass grassroots organizations that get together and make shit happen. You know, and they come in mass. You don't hear about that though. We do that. I said do. We do that. People do that. We still get out there and we make something. We have a cause and we go after it with a lot of people. How do you think how do you think your highways get so clean? There's groups that do that shit. And they rah, you see them every day on the highway picking up trash. Just regular old people. Pappy Two Bears. We will get to work and focus and gather ourselves towards a goal and complete that task. as many tasks as we need to complete that, to get that goal. That's the kind of people we are. Yeah, lots of people. Lots of people. But you're always going to have people that don't. And then people that are going to go against you. And people are going to actually try to literally stop you from, achieving your goal, completing your task. Snapper comes with his own bowl. Never thought about that. Yeah. And a lid. Some turtle soup. Yum, yum. Never underestimate the resolve of any people. Americans included. Americans especially. And the world has looked to us because they're waiting. They're waiting for us to go, that's it, we're done. Yeah, okay. Time to show our resolve. Time to complete a goal. Achieve our goal and complete our task. And so the world can go, freedom is still alive. Okay, great. There's hope. So that's why we see a lot of this propaganda in social media and absolute lies and just basically just covering up everything. A lot of shit just doesn't get reported. They report the news. They decide what kind of news we ingest and consume. It's what you consume. Right? Consumption. They want to control that. I mean, churches, man. Churches. You want to see local change? Go to your church and ask them what they're doing. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, we're sending 100,000 tons of grain to Zimbabwe, to a small little village in Africa. No shit. Yeah, we've been doing it for 5 years now. Wow. No shit. Yeah. Would you like to help? Just your church. We gather together and we will make the world better. That's what we do. We will do something. There was a group that ran around and did a rescue in Katrina. They rescued all the animals they could. They had a network of homes and properties that were housing these dogs and cats and snakes and turtles and lizards and all kinds of shit. And it was just done by themselves. People saying, hey, let's help. Let's go. Was Auntie T out? Take care, Auntie T. Good night. Good night, Tony. We got Flynn, Weedy's thrown. Grand jury indicts Antifa for the San Diego last year. Wow, Pappy Two Bears. Interesting. Finally. And yes, there are always going to be the criminal element that takes advantage of people getting together. Even criminal elements getting together to do this. That's old as time. So, that's always going to happen too. You're going to have that thieves guild that goes after your hedge funds. Steals everybody's retirements and it's whatever. I mean, that's how it works. They make their business by destroying you, stealing everything you have. That's funding. Sometimes it's just the will of the people. A guild. Well, we could be a guild. I don't know. I'm just a talking head that you can hear and see, and all you guys are just words on a screen. But it is amazing how we can all get together and share knowledge and information and intel and insight and actually connect with each other. Even though we're all hundreds of miles away, most of us, from any given direction. It's amazing. Different countries even. So yeah, this is the whole world. The whole world needs to realize who they are. And we are. That's the thing. Is the veil will be lifted eventually. If not, well, hey, you get the Darwin Award. Sorry about it. Times like that are when Mother Nature and the laws of nature come into play. Only the strong survive. Only the smart survive. Ronnie, welcome. So think about that. Everybody else is going to die off, or either stupid or accidental or lucky. You just got lucky and caught that bullet. 1,000 ways to die. You stepped on a rock and it cut you, and you had you got gangrene of the foot now, and it's going to your brain, and next thing you know, you're going to wake up. I mean, that's how Genghis Khan died. He fell off a horse. Broke a bunch of shit, got back on his horse and rode off, and weeks later he died because he fell off a horse. You can die anyway. Everything's trying to kill us. So many stupid ways to die. So those who survive are the strongest and the smartest. That's the real, true law of the land. It's the primordial. Piggy apocalypse insurrection. Insurrection! And all this so we can get back to the way things were. And I've often heard that things are never going to be the same. No, they're not. No, they're not. It never meant to be. Never was. Never was, ever was. That's the way it is. We will find a way. Or we just won't. Somebody will, though. The whole history of Europe, the United Kingdom, especially around Britain, London, and places like that, there are thousands of statues and memorials to people that died stupid deaths, but it led to someone else taking advantage of the situation and winning. That's what happens. So try to make your death something good, something useful. Like those 300. They knew they were going to die. Now, I'm not saying go off to your death. Don't do that. But can you imagine being one of those people in Greece? Yeah, I used to love that show, Harvest Moon, 1,000 Ways to Die. Imagine being one of those wheat farmers or olive farmers, and everybody's fighting around you, and you know that everybody is facing, the whole nation is facing a Persian invasion that is hell-bent on their destruction and death. The dying wish was something about every living thing to the sword, that kind of thing. Darius, the Persian king. Xerxes' father. Can you imagine being one of those guys? One of those families? Fuck. And the Persians eventually made it into Greece. They made it past, they came through northern part of Greece and they got held up at hot gates. They got crushed in the ocean. And of course, after the naval battle, it was like the Greek gods said, Poseidon said, okay, hurricane, boom, yeah. Good luck getting through those waters, fucking Persians. So they even say that the gods helped out, kind of. They interfered, and there's proof of that. Maybe it was just a hurricane. I don't know. Maybe it was just a storm. Right time. Weather has been known to stop a lot of battles. Weather and terrain, that's what it's always been. It's been the true enemy of any army. Weather and terrain. Imagine being one of those farmers just sitting out there waiting, knowing that the Persians are coming on that horizon. What do you do? And on the other horizon, your kinsmen are coming to meet them. Oh shit, I gotta go. Oh fuck, they're about to just destroy this place. There was a lot of battles in the Civil War where the family of the farm were just sitting there watching this battle. Like, what are they doing? What is going on? Henry, get the chickens. Them boys are shooting each other. I think there's a story of one lady. She was making breakfast and a cannonball went through the kitchen. And after that, a general came and apologized. Sorry, ma'am. Are you cooking bacon? Are those biscuits and gravy I see? I'm sorry for the cannonball coming through your house. I'm sorry. But there are also cases where a lot of farms were looted and sacked and burned and ransacked, especially in Tecumseh Sherman in his march through the South. The Tecumseh, what was the thing they called it? The Tecumseh necktie. He had some kind of special way of destroying the tracks, the railroad tracks. He tied them in some type of knot. Don't ask me how he did it. Nobody, actually, to this day, they still don't know how he did it. This is nothing new. Nothing new. Business as usual. Carry on with your life. That's all you really can do. It's a mad, mad world out there. It is. It's always been that way. It's always been that way. Peace through strength. You're always going to be looking over the horizon. Always. Well, we do both. Magic, we do persevere. Somebody perseveres. We perspire to persevere. Somebody's got to die. Try not to let it be you, right? Or, if you do wish to go and fight, then make sure your death is not in vain. Speak softly, but carry a big stick. Good. Wow, Pappy, 2 bears. Woo! Imagine if everybody had a freaking 700 nitro or fucking 50 cal BMG or what, the 50 Beowulf or something, something huge on their side. It was like standard SOP to be an American. You had to carry this monster hand cannon around with you. 44. I don't know. Whatever you want. The Viet Cong, they had this interesting way of taking down planes and helicopters. They would lay out in a large grid, right? large grid of people lay there, and they would camouflage themselves. And when some unsuspecting plane or helicopter would come out of nowhere, they would go bang, 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 bang. All 200 of them, 500, whatever. They would take it down just by whatever caliber gun they were using at the time. A lot of our helicopters and planes got shot up. Oh, look at this. We're prepping Plunder 350 Legend. The Judge. Oh, God, the Judge. Wow. Imagine that here. Brutal. Bro. Crazy. Crazy. So that's what I've been reflecting on. That whole Greece kind of thing. 300 Spartans, even a bad shot hits the bullseye from time to time. That's right. Or maybe a bullet hits your bullet into that one, into the... Yeah, well, it is love. It is love that compels you to go and fight. It's love that motivates you. Because that's who you're fighting for. You're fighting for your family at the home, the homestead. You're fighting for your family, your friends. You're fighting for the people to the left of you, to the right of you, and the people behind you. So it kind of puts your life into perspective. You give your life to love, and you will fight. Fight to the death. Willingly. It's a hard thing to fight, man. I really think you testosterone. Oh, what the hell are you trying to say, Magic? Joe Morgan. So I leave you with that. Oh shit, guardsman. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Thing is very quiet. And you can even suppress it even more. The apocalypse is over. We've been in apocalypse mode for like 12,000 years. It has happened, actually. There's been an apocalypse. We know that there's been 6 that we know of on this planet. 6 catastrophic, life-changing, life-ending, extinction-level events. It's rumored by scientists and paleontologists and historians that, you know, at one point in time there were only 7,000 humans left in the world after a major catastrophe. Imagine that. Imagine being those 7,000. And I don't think they were all gathered in one place either. They're all kind of scattered. So they're all kind of like 2 or 3 over here, you know, a couple hundred over here, a couple hundred over there, maybe 2 or 3 over here, over there. Wow, can you imagine that? Maybe one village survived. Like, what happened? Well, the world ended. Oh shit. Well, I guess we better get to work then. All right. Yeah. It's just about to reset. The longest apocalypse ever. So I'll leave you with that. This is just another page in our history. And most of it won't be talked about. Most of it won't even make the history books. The political stuff will. There seems to be a large, huge genre just for political stuff, political history of all nations, not only ours, especially ours. Hey, what's up, Crimson? Yes, thank you. and lemon juice. Ouch! I wish I would have had mustard when I got this. That would have freaked him out. What are you doing? Putting mustard on my burn. Wow. So I leave with that. Yeah. Well, thank you, Harvest Mary. Cat without a hat. Hey, welcome. I leave you at that. That's where I'll leave it. Cause I'm getting ready to go to bed now. I have pie waiting on me. Pie. Yeah. So what if there's the apocalypse? I'm going to have pie. Or plasma jet rifle. Oh no. Makes sense, Garza. Yeah. Air. And it's usually what you're doing is cold. Compressed air. Yeah. Oh, there'll be so many books about it, Stella. I have books about our early days and our political campaigns. Crazy shit. Asylum. Ooh, vanilla ice cream and caramel syrup. Yeah. Fancy word for dieseling an air gun. All right. Blaine is your air gun specialist. Those things are badass. My boss bought one of those because he wanted to kill woodchucks. 1800 psi. Fuck. Craziness. So yeah. Thank you. And chatters. Alright. My Jack Nicholson impression, I peeked through the door. Did someone say pie? Here's Johnny! Pie? There's pie? Whoa! It's a party. Yeah. So thank you very much, folks, hanging out with me in Sunday Reflections. As I think about the similarities between us and 300 Spartans. At least we forget, though, you know, this time, at this time, back in 1944, there was a huge war going on in Europe. Yeah, we look at the Memorial Day, you know, what was it, June 6th, right? Whatever. D-Day, right? D-Day. Well, it keeps going. It still keeps going. There's a progression across Europe of this battle, this epic battle that happened in 1944. Epic battle. The Aragon Forest, the Belleau Wood, you name it. And eventually to Germany. So I'm lost in that. I really am. Even though we celebrated D-Day, I know that it's still going on. It's like a different time, like different. For me, I'm kind of seeing myself running through the hedges, fighting fucking Panzer tanks. If you can imagine that. Going hand-to-hand combat because you just ran out of bullets. That's what our forefathers did to fight a tyrannical worldwide regime. They were willing to go to war with their bare hands, fight and kill and die. Yeah. That's what's been stuck in my head for a long time now. Klaus. Klaus. And Klaus was born out of that war. He was a product of that environment. Of that military infrastructure. Yeah. Wow. Camel Carl. Yep, the military industrial complex is alive and well. Yeah, he was born into that. A rubber band of brothers. So, all right. Thank you very much, folks. This has been a great Sunday reflections. Thank you. Great weekend. Great weekend. Obviously, I still got the troll here on the wall here. She's festering away. That was a great night. That was a great night. All your marks will be there. The guardsmen. Yep. Yeah, I mean everybody. We are absolutely very formidable. Very. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Magic. Thank you, Klingon. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Guardsman. Thank you, Auntie T. Thank you, Nunya, Texas. Thank you, Rooster, Camel Carl. Oh, Asylum. Magic. Stella. Metal. Joe. Kentucky Survival. All you guys, man. I'm a win-win. Everybody. Thank you very much. And that's been my reflection for this day. So as I leave you all, so I can eat some pie and go to sleep, and we can start the week and outwork them. I leave you with that. Yep. Keep your head on a swivel. Be strong, stay strong. Be smart. Be aware. But be determined. Yes, Chinook, we have pie. Thank you, Chinook. Yes, have a great week. You'll hear from me, of course, through my Everyday Never Forget. Where am I at now? Where's 101? 286 days. Yeah. Be strong and of good courage. Because all we can do now is just keep working. Keep working, keep prepping, keep doing things, getting ourselves together. Because we know the invasion's coming. We know the Persians are on the march. Hell, we're completely surrounded by now. So, and until then, enjoy some pie. So thank you all, folks. Keep your hatchet secured. That's right. Always have a backup. Yeah. All right. Going crazy. Hi and goodbye. Yep. Hi and goodbye. We're out of here. Folks, thank you very much. Have a good week.